Hello, and welcome back to this episode of Best in the Biz, the pod talking business here at CNA. Today, I'm joined with Jason McDonald from Futurpreneur. Welcome, Jason.
Good morning, Ian. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. Really appreciate you coming. So today we're actually at the 2024 Halipoo Business Forum. We had 2 days in Corner Brook, and now we're at the last day here in Stephenville. So how have you been finding it so far?
Well, this was my first time ever coming to Newfoundland, and it's a great experience. It's been great. I've been meeting some really, really nice people, meeting some contacts, and getting some potential. We'll talk about this later, but I'm very excited that I may be getting some mentors from this trip. And again, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell us a little bit about what you do at Futurpreneur. What's your title and what kind of programs do you offer?
I am the Business Development Manager for Futurpreneur's Indigenous Entrepreneur Startup Program. And I'd like to stop right there just to clarify something regarding Futurpreneur. We help everybody. We have various units for Futurpreneur. I am in the Indigenous Entrepreneur unit. There is a Black Entrepreneur Startup Program, a Women's Entrepreneur Startup Program. We have a Newcomers Program that just recently started. Clarifying, Futurpreneur helps everybody.
Awesome.
So I am in the Indigenous Entrepreneur Startup Program as the Business Development Manager.
Fantastic. So that's a great little overview, and like you said, Futurpreneur is a great organization right across Canada, and like you said, it helps everyone. So that's really nice to see.
It is. It is a very rewarding job.
Yeah. So what? Like I said, we're at the Halipoo Business Forum. So what has been one of the key takeaways so far?
One of the key takeaways is the partnerships, the people that I had the pleasure of saying hello to, realizing that the services that they have run parallel with what Futurpreneur has, and there's going to be some new partnerships that's going to develop from this trip, as well as, we'll get into it later, when I say a mentor. I've had a couple of people speak to me after they realize what Futurpreneur is all about, and they want to help, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that's great. And it's a good area for that. There's a lot of good people around here, a lot of experience, Indigenous entrepreneurs that are always looking to give back. So it's a good area for it.
Yes, it is. And Nyamakoa, thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. All right, so what does Futurpreneur actually do? What kind of programs and things do they offer?
We assist diverse young entrepreneurs between the ages of 18 and 39 with startup costs to a business that they're looking to launch within the year. And what we have is access of up to $75,000. And what the $75,000 is, it is a non-collateral, credit-based, character-based loan. And I want to stop right there. That is the big selling point for Indigenous First Nations. As you are aware, lending institutions, they don't tend to lend to First Nations, Indigenous, because they know they can't go on premises, they can't go on territory if someone's were to default on the loan. For us, it is a non-collateral credit-based loan. So that is the big selling point. That is the big help for Indigenous people. So with the $75,000 and what it is a 5-year payback term. First year being interest only, because we are aware the first year of any business is always going to be the toughest. And then second through fifth year would be your interest plus principal, and it comes with a 2-year mentor. And what I need to get started as the business development manager, I am the first point of contact as the BDM. When you come to me, you would be coming to me with a business plan and a 2-year projection cash flow chart.
Okay.
And we do have resources available. If you come to me and the business plan still needs some help, still needs some work, we have various resources available.
Good, yeah. And I've kind of directed a lot of people around this area to some of the online templates that Futurpreneur has to offer. Some of the best templates out there, and they're available to everyone, correct?
That is correct. Even if you're not between the ages of 18 and 39, it doesn't matter. All resources on www.futurpreneur.ca, they're available to everyone. Please help yourselves. If you're looking to start a business and you think that what we have is going to help you, by all means, use it.
Yeah, and you talked about the mentorship the mentorship piece as well. So you said it's automatic. You get a 2-year mentor right when you apply or right when you actually secure your funding.
That is correct. That is one of the terms with the loan. When it's dispersed, it comes with a 2-year mentor. And I'm very excited about mentorship. In one of my presentations, there is a very, very good stat that I love sharing, and that is 70% of small business owners who use a mentor last 5 years or better.
Wow.
And that stat speaks for itself.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, the first 5 years are the toughest for any business, and having a 70% rate of success after that first 5 years with a mentor is absolutely phenomenal.
It is. And explain how the mentorship works. Once the loan is dispersed, we will match you with a mentor, and we match you with a mentor that to help you with weaknesses that you have identified.
Okay.
Example, you needed help with budgeting or marketing. We will go find you a mentor that has those strengths. So they may not necessarily be in the same business that you are in, but they have the strengths to help you with your weaknesses.
Oh, that's huge. That's such a big benefit to a lot of the programming at Futurepreneur.
It is, and I can't say it enough. 70% success rate.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. So switching gears a little bit, you have a new series coming out as well. Did you want to touch on that?
Yes, we're very proud of this, the Opicuan series. It translates to a Cree word that means growth. And what we offer is financial empowerment. It's a 4 series. It follows the medicine wheel. There's 4 series to it. We have a winter workshop, a spring workshop, summer workshop, and fall workshop. It starts with the winter workshop, and it starts with basic information. I always use myself as an example, Ian. The first 10 years of my professional career, my job was what they refer to as under the table. It was at the end of the week, I received an envelope that had cash in it with a little pay stub that said how many hours I worked and how much cash should be in that envelope. First 10 years. When I got my first quote unquote real job, showing taxes and benefits being taken out, Ian, I freely admit I cried when I saw that first check, and I freely admit I've been crying ever since. But anyway, the series is aimed at, I'm not the only one. Yeah. I am not the only one in First Nations, Indigenous world who doesn't have the knowledge of what you need to do and know as you're starting a business. The first series goes on to start stuff like a bank account, taxes, what are taxes all about, things like that. Bank account, once again, using my own story. When I went to get my first bank account, in case people aren't aware, you need 2 pieces of identification to get a bank account. I walked in with my status card and a church birth certificate. And they didn't accept that. How I got my bank account, my first bank account, will never happen again. My father vouched for me. He went into the bank, and we were farmers, so the banks knew him well. He was able to vouch for me and say, yes, this is my son. This is Jason McDonald. Oh, okay. That's how I got my first bank account.
Wow.
And I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I'm not the only one who's like that.
Yeah.
So the first one is, again, it's getting the basics.
Yeah.
And then the second, we move forward and we're like, all right, now you're talking about your target audiences. You're starting to develop your business plan. You move on to the business plan for the third series. And then the fourth series goes marketing and how you're going to launch your business. Very, very proud of it. It's, again, starts from the bottom and works your way up to what you need to know to run a business.
Yeah, that's awesome. It seems like it's really a great overview of pretty much everything. Like you said, it starts with the basics and works right up to the top.
Yes, and again, we're very proud of it. We've been working on it there's been a number of people who put some, to coin the term, blood, sweat, and tears into getting this series to where it is. And
awesome.
I'll go thank you very much to all my coworkers and everyone involved who got that series together.
Yeah, be a great series, and I'm sure the uptake will be great on that as well.
Yes, and I look forward to, this was my first time here in Newfoundland, and we've had a discussion since I've been here. This probably won't be my last time here in Newfoundland.
Definitely
and
not.
I'm looking forward to offering that series.
Yep. Awesome. Really appreciate you coming down again. So to switch gears a little bit, one thing we do like to ask a lot of the people we have on the podcast is what advice you would give to an aspiring entrepreneur just getting started.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, eh?
Don't give up. There's going to be frustrations. There's going to be where you're banging your head against the wall. There's going to be roadblocks. There's always a way to get around those roadblocks. You go around it, you go over it, you go through it, you blow it up. Do what you got to do. You're going to run into frustrations, but don't give up. That's where you need to decide, is this truly what I want? Do I want to work for myself or do I want to work for others?
Yeah.
Don't give up. And I will throw in there communication.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up, and communication. Throughout this week, we were talking about communication, and we all agreed that communication is a dying art. Virtual meetings, communicating with people virtually, we've lost that art to go one-on-one speaking.
Definitely.
And that's what I tell the aspiring young entrepreneurs. Know how to communicate. When it's all said and done, you are a salesperson for your business. You're selling yourself to get partnerships. You're selling yourself to gain the trust of the customers, et cetera, et cetera. Communication, don't give up.
Yeah, like you said, it's pretty hard, especially at the beginning for entrepreneurs. So you have to have a thick skin a lot of the time, which we talked about yesterday. And the communication piece, it's key in every aspect of life, but especially in business.
That's correct. That's correct. Learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
I have seen in my time businesses that have started and businesses that have failed. And the reason they failed, they didn't know how to sell themselves.
Yep.
I recall one, I won't go into detail, but it was a great service they were offering in the health industry. It was a great service, and they didn't know how to sell themselves, sell the product that they had, and the product was great. Again, it was a service product, a service type business, and they didn't know how to do it in regards to marketing, and it failed. And it's unfortunate that if it was properly communicated, it'd be thriving. There's no, it would probably, I won't even say the word probably, it will be thriving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The communication piece is so key. So key. So final question here. If someone's looking to get a hold of you and get in contact with you, how would they do so?
They would go on the website, www.futurpreneur.ca. Up in the top right corner, you would start your own portal.
Okay.
And when you start your own portal, when you click on Indigenous First Nations, and I want to clarify that, we do not ask for, it's self-identify. I'm not looking to see a band card. I'm not looking to see anything like that. Yep. Self-identify. Once you click that off, and you're in the Atlantic provinces as well as Quebec and Ontario, you click that, it automatically comes to me.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So that's great. And well, thank you again for coming on and coming down to Newfoundland. Hopefully you have a good trip back, and hopefully you enjoyed the trip so far. Once again, Yamakoa, thank you very much for inviting me, and I do look forward to being back. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. Three key takeaways from Jason. Number 1, find a mentor. Jason says 70% of small business owners who use a mentor last 5 years or better. Your first 5 years of business will probably be your hardest, so that stat is huge. At Futurpreneur, they match mentors and mentees based on strengths. For example, if you're struggling with budgeting, you could be paired with a mentor who's great at financial management. Effective mentors, then, don't necessarily need to be in your industry. They just need to have the skills you're striving to gain. Number 2, master communication. As a business owner, you have to be able to sell your business, perfect your pitch, know your selling points, and learn to network effectively. At the end of the day, the impression you make reflects on your business, so get comfortable talking to people face to face. Number 3, ditch the shame. Futurepreneur is all about reducing barriers for aspiring entrepreneurs. Talking with Jason, it's clear his goals are to meet people where they are. Everyone starts somewhere, and there's no shame in not knowing something. Service providers like Futurepreneur want you to succeed, so work through the discomfort and reach out. If you're CNA student, alumni, faculty, or staff member, you can access free services through CNA's Entrepreneurship Hub too. Find out more or get in touch with me at cna.nl.ca/entrepreneurship.